What's going on, everyone? Jordan here. Today I want to do a video whereby we use ChatGPT as seen here to learn how to code in Python as seen here. I have a Python downloaded and open. I've named my project Memes because why not? It's actually kind of an appropriate title because we're going to see if this is a meme or not. Hopefully not, though. Of course, ChatGPT has been making a big name for itself over the past 2-3 months, or maybe a little bit more now. And recently, ChatGPT 4 came out, and it's apparently even more powerful than ChatGPT 3 by quite a significant margin. Such to the degree that I think even Elon Musk had a pretty significant problem with it, and a large number of important people, so to speak, have gathered to suppress the evolution of these artificial intelligences, claiming that they would be dangerous, etc., etc. I personally hope that that doesn't happen. I think artificial intelligence is going to be extremely helpful in our future, and I think that these models should probably keep improving, becoming better and better, because I'm quite looking forward to where they're going to end up at some point. So, to test whether ChatGPT and among other models is any good, we will be learning or having ChatGPT teach us how to code in Python. So let me give you a brief idea of my history with Python. So in school, I studied computing, and we learned Python to perhaps the most minimalistic degree possible, only having covered the basics, because our teacher wasn't exactly the most proficient at explaining these kinds of topics, because I don't really think she had much of an idea as to how Python worked herself. Python became a new curriculum in our school at that time. I'm sure young people today are probably, who are taking computing courses, get massive inductions into Python, and I'm sure the teachers now, especially in private schools, are more than likely rather skilled in this area. So yeah, my history with Python is minimal. I don't really remember how to code in Python anymore. Earlier today, I gave this a little go, and I asked ChatGPT what the basics of Python was, and one of the first things it said was variables. So I guess we'll just start at variables. So let me say hi to ChatGPT. Excuse my mechanical keyboard. Hopefully it is good ASMR. I would like to learn Python. Firstly, what is Python? Okay. Python is a high-level interpreted programming language that was first released in 1991. So long ago. It is designed to be easy to read and write with simple syntax that emphasizes code readability. I see. Okay. Python is used for a wide range of purposes, including web development, data analysis, artificial intelligence, scientific computing, and more. I'd be really interested in the data analysis aspect of Python. Like, imagine you have a data struct. It'd be really cool to be able to analyze that data struct for certain specific items and extrapolate them into like a notepad. That'd be pretty cool. Python's popularity has grown rapidly over the years, thanks in part to its ease of use, flexibility, and large community of users and developers. It's become one of the most widely used programming languages in the world and is considered an essential skill for many professionals in the tech industry. Okay, cool. That's really, really cool. I mean, that's a really brilliant summary if you really think about it. Oh, I don't even know what to ask now. As a beginner, what is the first thing I should learn to get started? I think. So, as a beginner in Python, the first thing you should learn is the basic syntax of the language. This includes things like variables, data types, operators, control structures such as if statements and loops. Okay. and inputs and outputs. Once you have a good understanding of these fundamental concepts, you can move on to more advanced topics like object-oriented programming, file something, and working with external libraries and modules. There are many resources available online to help you get started with learning Python, including tutorials, videos, and interactive courses. Some popular options include Code Academy, Learn Python the Hard Way, and the official Python documentation. You can also join online communities like Reddit, Reddit's Learn Python, or Stack Overflow to ask for help, or connect with other Python learners. That's cool. You know, I would probably hesitate toward going to Stack Overflow. I watched this guy's video. Maybe some of you have seen it, and it seems like the way that they treat newbies in Stack Overflow is quite negative unless you pour through the guide to posting. So I probably won't be going there at all. We're going to see if we can just entirely rely on ChatGPT to get all the answers that we need for today. So let's see how we do with that. All right, so it seems like the first thing it listed was variables. So let's learn what a variable is. Very well. Since variables, ask for a variable. Okay, of course, in programming, a variable is a container that stores a value, such as a number or a string of text. Variables are used to store and manipulate data within a program. Okay. In Python, you can create a variable by simply assigning a value to a name using the equal sign. A value to a name. Okay. For example, the following code creates a variable named x and assigns it to the value 5. Okay, cool. Once you've created a variable, you can use it throughout your code by referencing its name. For example, you can use the following code to print the variable x, print x. The output of this code would be 5. Okay. In Python, variables can store a wide range of data types, including numbers, strings, booleans, and I can store booleans as well. You don't need to declare the data type of a variable in advance. You don't need to declare the data type of the variable in advance, as Python will automatically determine the data type based on the value or the assign. So I think what that means is, if I'm not mistaken, that there are different data types in programming languages, like integers and things like that. I'm assuming in Python, numbers are just automatically referenced as integers, and I think that's what it's trying to say there. So it seems like you can store variables then just by typing a name. So can a name be an integer, or must it be a string? Okay. So it says in Python, sorry, I was reading it in my mind. In Python, variable names can be a combination of letters, numbers, and underscores. However, variable names that start with a letter or an underscore, they cannot start with a number. So while you can use numbers in variable names, the variable name must start with a letter or an underscore. Okay, so you can't use start it with a number. Okay, and the rest of the characters can be letters, numbers, or underscores. For example, the following are valid. Okay, so as long as the number is after an underscore or a letter, it's fine. On the other hand, the following variable names are not valid because they start with a number. Okay, it's generally a good practice to use descriptive names for your variables to make it clear what the variable represents, rather than relying on numerical names. Okay, that's cool. So let's make a variable. Let's just call it u, and it's equal to I don't know, my name, which is Jordan, or Ash, I guess. U equals Ash. Execute current statement in one line. Can we run this? Run memes. Okay, so nothing comes out. Let's say I want this to like appear here. This goes to show how bad my memory is for this. Obviously know that you can't. You have to use this to make it a string. The quotation marks. I remember that. It's probably something like print or something, I think. So let's say if I want a string to console, what would be the correct, I guess, yeah, okay, it's just print hello world. You can use expressions inside print to create more complex output. Name equals Alice, age equals 30. Print my name is, comma, name, comma, and I am, comma, age, comma. Note that when you use multiple arguments in the print function, Python will automatically insert a space. I see. So those commas seem to be quite important. I love how you can copy the code, by the way. So u equals ash, age equals 3. Print u and h. I guess it needs a comma, maybe, because there's like a little, like that. Let's see if that works. Does it anything come after? No. Okay. Should run. Hash 23. Okay. So commas are used to separate variables. Let's say then I wanted to print what it said. So print hello. Does the comma come after hello? Okay, it comes after outside the brackets. Of hello you. Then a comma again. Wait, do you do another space? Looks like it. Your age is. Oh, I get it. So you don't put a space here. Okay, so you just. Otherwise, it'll have 2 spaces. So put a comma here and age. Is that? Do we need another comma? I think it should be okay. Hello, you. Your age is 23. What's this? Is there meant to be a space here? Maybe not. Right, let's run that. Hello, Ash, your age is 23. Okay, cool. Now, in my vague memory of this, you can use something called input, but I don't know how input works. As I remember, there is something called input. Yes, that's correct. In Python, the input function is used to read input from the user via the console. When you call the input function, the program will wait for the user to type in some text and it will return that text as a string. Here's an example of how to, wow, that's typing so fast. Here's an example of how to use the input function. So name equals, as you say, name equals input, what is your name? And then print hello. Why did he put a space there? Because after user enters their name, just enter the program username, for example. Okay. Note that the input function always returns a string, so if you need to read in a number, you'll need to convert it to an integer using or a float using int or float functions respectively. For example, age equals input, age equals int age, okay, and print UR. Oh, okay, I get it. So let's say that we don't know who the person is. Okay, so we don't know who the person is, right? So this is a identity. Hello, I'm going to identity welcome to identifier. please follow the brilliant. So let's make a variable, because let's start with learning the person's name. Name equals, I'm just assuming capitals, don't worry. Name equals input. Right? Actually, what is your name? Okay. So thank you. Bad habit of these phrases. Thank you. I can just put another input, age. Age equals input. Thank you. What is your age? They say the age. We say put int age. Is that how you do it? Okay, no, you have to redefine the variable. So age equals int age. 4 bytes, I guess. I'm assuming that it just runs it automatically as it goes through the variables. So we converted it to that. And we'll have a print. Say, is print in capitals? I'm assuming probably not. Yeah, it's a bad habit of writing things in capital letters. Print. So we have your name as. How does it do the spacing? Here we'll put a comma, I'm assuming, if I remember right. And we'll put name. I think there's another comma, and then we just keep going. And your age as, and then another comma, age, another comma, as we add another string. It's correct. We'll make this. I want it to be a boolean, so I want like this to be like an input, right? So let's say T or F equals input. I don't know what this means. What is this? Okay, what is this? Unexpected argument. I don't know what mistake I've made here. Remove argument. I don't know. Oh, there has to be a plus sign. Okay, so plus. Plus. And then a plus, I guess. So it's not commas, it's plus signs. Look at that. Okay. So plus meaning a space between them. For some reason this one's still what's going on here? And your age as Ah, interesting. Okay, that makes sense. I'm just going to stop the recording just for a moment. I'll be right. And we're back. So let's continue on from where we once were. It seems like the error in my code was, I'll just put the screen here and put my jump here. It seems like the error in my code is the fact that I had yet to convert this to a string. And I'm wondering, it's possible just to do this. Seems like it. So we have your name as name and your age as string age. Is this correct? Now, really, this is a very complicated variable because we haven't exactly created a way to firstly determine whether what they have said is yes or no. Mainly, it's okay that that the variable is okay, the input is okay, but I would like to extrapolate the response as a boolean of yes or no. We could simply ask, we could simply request a T or a T for true, X for false. But what is this? Line is too long. But can you I remember something like triple that. I don't know if is that right? Is that how you do it? It just came to my mind, basically. It seems like I might be right. What is this here? What's going on? Remove trailing black lines. No, it's fine. Let's run this and see if this works. Is this the run button? Hello. Welcome to Identifier. Please follow the instructions so we can log your data. Firstly, what is your name? My name is Jordan. Or Ash, I guess. Whatever works. We'll just go with Ash for now. Ash. And thank you. What is your age? Oh, random. I'm 23. So we have your name. So we have your name as Ash. So there has to be a space here. And your age as 23 space. Is this correct? T for true, F for false. This seems to work. Okay. So now I want to do an if statement. Basically, I want to say, look, if they enter T, okay, if they enter T, then keep going. If they enter F, run the program again, specifically at the name and age. So let's move on then to the next. I'd like to know. In Python, a Boolean is a data type that represents one or two possible values, true or false. Booleans are often used in conditional statements to control program flow. Here's an example of how to use Boolean. So we have x equals 5, y equals 10, z equals x less than y, print z. In this example, we created two and then we created the z. That stores the result of the comparison. Oh, it stores the result of the comparison. Interesting. Since x is less than y, the value of z will be true. Then we print. That's very interesting. You can also use Boolean operators such as add or a not to combine or negate Boolean values. Here are some examples. Using an AND operator. X equals true, y equals false. Print x and y, output is false because they're not the same. X or y are true, of course. X, print not x. I'm not too sure what not does, but we'll figure that out. Because that's what Booleans are. Very interesting. Let's learn about if statements. If in Python, if statements are used to execute a block of code only if a certain condition is true. Here's the basic syntax of if. If condition colon. Code to be executed if the condition is true. Okay. The condition is an expression that evaluates if to a Boolean value true or false. Okay. If the condition is true, then the code inside the if block. Hold on a moment. Couldn't I is there a way to have it read it out? Clear conversation. No. Anyway, if the condition is false, then the code inside the if block is skipped. Okay, so if only runs when something is true. That makes sense. In this example, we've defined age as 25. We then use an if statement to check if the age is greater or equal to the value. Okay, I see. Then 18. Since age is 25, which is greater than 18, the condition is true, and the message "you are an adult" is printed in the console. Very easy. You can also use else and else if, short for else if. I know what else if is because I'm my memories are coming back now. Statement to specify alternative code paths for different conditions. Yeah, we are still recording. Good. Here is an example. If so, age equals to 15. If age is more or equal to 18, print you're an adult. Else, if age is more than or equal to 13, print. I see. Okay. In this example, we define age as 15. We use an if statement to check if age is greater equal to 18. Since age is not greater than or equal to 18, we move on to the else if statement. So the else if statement comes next if required. And then, of course, if both of those are not true, it will just run the last code, the path code. Okay, so it seems to be with colon and then there's just what comes underneath. So TRF is input, blah, 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 blah. So it'd be probably something like if T or F is, I guess it's double equals. is equal to it'd be a string, I guess. T. I don't know if that's necessary, to be honest. Maybe you can just do T like that. Or maybe you can just do T, like this. And then a colon. If equal to T, print. No, if equal to T, you can just print. Brilliant. Let's move on. And then else. Well, I guess elif. T or F is equal to F. And did you do a colon again? I'm guessing you do. I guess a colon after each condition. Yes, colon after each condition. It's equal to false. Print. No, then I guess just run this code again. How do you spell capital? See, I mean cap. Is that how you spell capital? I don't know how to spell capital. Capital. Capital is. I may have used a capital or entered the wrong letters. Yeah. What comes after an else? Nothing. So the key here is that this code is inefficient. I'll tell you why. This part is inefficient. All of the code we need is here. This is just seeing if this is seeing if the person has entered the correct information. And if they haven't, really, I just want this code to run again. So what would be really cool is if this code was sort of its own little function, I guess. And then this else if statement, we can just call that function and say, okay, if you type in if they type in F, like they got a number wrong or got the letter wrong, then it will just run the code again. So what I think we have to do is take this code here, make it a function or something like that. I don't know what the correct word is, and just call it here. So let's see how that can be done. See if x equals 5. If x is more than 3, print x. This code we've defined variable x and set it to 5. We then use an if statement to check if x is greater than 3. Because it is true, we print the message x is greater than 3. However, notice that we play a print statement after the if statement. This line of code is not a part of the if block, so it would always be executed regardless of whether the if condition is true or false. If you want to call a line of code that is above an if statement, you need to make sure that the if statement has been executed before the line of code is called. One way to do this is to place the code inside the if block. I don't think my problem is that. I think my problem is that, I mean, maybe that is the solution. Or no, because you have to collect the information first, right? And then run the Boolean after. So that's probably wrong. Let me ask a different question. If I would like to take a if I'd like to take a line of a chunk of code and call it inside of a if I'd like to call it outside of a following in Python, you can define a function that contains a chunk of code and then call that function. Yeah, it is a function, right? Inside, here's an example. Okay, define my function. Print this is my function. Print it contains a chunk of code. That's cool. If x is 5, if x is more than 3, my function. That's really easy. So we just have to define the function here. So let's do that. So we'll control X, or we can just maybe bring it down a few times and define the let's say, what should we call this function? Identifier, I guess. And then this. And then we'll put our code in there. And my code is this. What did they, to save any confusion, what is your name? And what is your age? TRF equals input. So we have your age. And then if yeah, and then maybe you can call it here now. Let's say identifier. There it is. It should be something like that. Oh, and then this is like, what the fuck is TRF? Excuse my French. So how do we make it so that all of the stuff in this, especially this variable here, is remembered? How do you spell referenceable? Referenceable. I have no idea. Referenceable. 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 So, what did I want? Reference. Referenceable. Wow, that's such a big word. Why is this word so big? Referenceable. Referenceable. Okay. So one of my variables cannot be recognized by an if statement after my function. There's a way to ensure all variables defined inside a function are globally referenceable. Seems like it's like, what the fuck do you mean? What do you mean? Probation. Yes, please. Should we? It's not doing anything. Can we try again? An error is occurred. Either the engine you requested does not exist, or there is another issue processing your request. My internet working? Sometimes, of course, internet can be a problem. No, my internet has disappeared. Seems to be the reason. Oh no, it's back. Let's try again. Yes, you can use the global keyword to make a variable defined inside a function globally referenceable. Define my function global my variable. My variable equals 10. My function. Oh, my function just runs the function. Oh, interesting. If my okay. So we have to type global. Do you do global first? I guess global would go here. Oh, that's not correct. Global. Something wrong with this? Maybe just go underneath it and just global like that. This is this thingy. What have I done wrong here? Do you have to make it global before defining it? Okay, we'll do that. So go underneath or just here. What does this mean? Name TRF can be undefined. Okay. So is it has not been defined before it's used, which is strange because just dropped my controller. Which is strange to me because we have definitely defined TRF. Did I do it right? Yeah. My function, global, my variable, my function. Ah, I know why. So let's put identifier. Does it know what it is now? I'm gonna try this as well. Nope, doesn't work. Okay. I see here that this variable is being called here. I think the issue might be that TRF. I mean, it is being called there though. It's equal to T. Okay. 1 moment. I'll be. And we're back. Sorry about that. I'm having a little bit of issues with my tummy. You could perhaps use or not use your imagination. For a moment, to have some water. Okay, so it seems like the main issue is that my variable is not being recognized with Python. Even though it's global. So we've defined the identifier here, and we are running it here. So I feel like I'm missing something rather obvious, you know. Let's just see if this works. No. There's something wrong with the syntax here. My variable is more than 5. If TRF is equal to T, okay. I don't know what's wrong with this code. Let's see if it can figure it out. It seems like I have a syntax error. The if statement is called. This is my code. There is 0 there? Why is there a 0 there? Oops. Guys, was that 0 there before? Okay, let's try this again. Hello, what is your name? My name is Jordan. What is your age? I'm 23. So you have your name is Jordan and your age is 23. Is this correct? It is correct. Brilliant. Let's move on. Okay, that seemed to have done fine. Maybe there is nothing wrong, and it's just saying. Maybe the word "can" is the key parameter here. Can be unidentified. Not that it is unidentified. Let's run it again, and put F for false. What is your name? My name is Jordan. What is your age? 23. Let's put F. The name identifier is not defined. Okay, let's say that identifier is global. Maybe that is the right thing to do, maybe not, I'm not too sure. I don't know. Let's just give it a go. Might as well. Seems like intuitively it feels like the right idea. My name is Jordan. Let's say Jordan for now. 23. F. No, it says identifiers. It's fine. So there's a few potential reasons. One, that I have misspelled identifier. Identifier. Okay, so name identifier. It's not defined. Yeah, there must be a spelling error. IDENTIFER. Just gonna copy this. And try this again. I don't know what was wrong with it, but let's see. Let's do my other name, Ash23F. Your name. My name's actually Jordan. Both are technically my name. It is true this time. If true. Else if run the identifier. So there's nothing after that code. I would like it to run it again and say, okay, if else if TF is equal to F, run the identifier. If it's false again, run the identifier again. So it's like almost else if identifier. If TRF is still equal to F, run the identifier again. There's a function, I believe, called while. How does that work? Slightly off topic, how does the while function work? Let's try again. Is my internet gone again? No, my internet is around. Well, we can just restart it. It will lose some of the context, but it's probably okay. Hi, ChatGPT. What's it called? A function? Oh, cool. In Python, a while loop is a type of loop that allows you to repeatedly execute a block of code as long as the specified condition is true. The basic syntax of while loop in Python is as follows: while condition the above code condition is an expression that is evaluated. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me just ask. Yeah, we'll just stick with this conversation and bin this one. I'm going to bin that. Yes, please. Back to this one. Oh, God's sake. Refresh then. Okay. Okay, yeah, the while is, yeah, that's fine. Hash code to be executed while condition is true. The loop will continue to execute the code inside the block as long as the condition is true. Once the condition becomes false, the loop will end. Okay, so count equals 1 while count is less than or equal to 5, print count. In this example, we start with count set to 1, and then enter the while loop with the condition of count less than 5. As long as count is less than or equal to 5, the loop will execute. Inside the loop, we print the current value of count, and then we increment count by 1 using count plus equal 1. This ensures that count will eventually become greater than 5. And it's very interesting. Okay, so we might be able to use this. So it'd be like else if trf is and run identifier, and then while trf is equal to false, and colon, just keep running the identifier. I mean, do we need this? Doubt it. Should we try this? Hopefully this works. And if this works, I'll stop the video here, and then we'll hopefully make another one another time. So my name is, let's say, Ash, my age 23. So we want to go down the false route. So let's say false. What is my name? So I think this has worked. My name is Jordan. Let's say my age is now 27, 26. So we have your name is, let's say false again. It just keeps asking. Okay, so now my name is Peter, and my age is 32 or 42. It's true this time. So the code just ends. So while run that code, and then print thank you. We have rectified your input. Please proceed to the next. Else, and then we will just say while TORF is not. Is it being not? Okay, so the not operator is an unary, I don't know what that means, operator in Python is used to invert the value of a Boolean expression. Here's the basic syntax of the not. The not operator takes a single Boolean expression and returns the opposite Boolean value. Interesting. So does it just converts the Boolean to its opposing thingy, I guess. If the expression is true, not expression will be false. If the expression is false, not expression will be true. For example, let's say we have a variable is sunny. That represents whether or not it is sunny outside. We can use the not operator to check if it's not sunny. Is sunny equals false. If not is sunny, so if sunny is true, print it is. Oh no. Is sunny equals false. If not sunny, so if not is sunny is false. In this example, we're using the not operator to invert the value of is sunny, which is false. So it's sunny is true. Oh, yeah, it's sunny is true. And the code inside the if statement will execute printed images. Wait, I'm now confused. If sunny equals false, so basically saying if sunny is equal to true. Apologies, I'm a little confused. If not, yeah, let me just. Is sunny equal to false? So is sunny is now equal to false. Doesn't if not is sunny make it false? True, sorry. So print shouldn't it be it's sunny today? Let's just try it ourselves. Maybe ChatGPT has just made a funny little error. So let's just make a new tab or new file. New. We'll just file new project, I guess. Yep. Create in this window. Hopefully this works. I'm not really familiar with PyCharm, so I'm not too sure if this is the right way to do things. But hopefully this is the right thing to do. Okay. And I think I've done it wrong. Untitled. Say new Python file, I'm guessing. And we'll just call it testing playground. Testing playground. So we should have, of course, well, let's just write this here. So is sunny equal to false? If not is sunny, print it is sunny today. Yeah. sunny today. Let's try this. See if I'm correct. So I'm thinking that is sunny equals false, and this is making sunny true, right? It's making the boolean true, which should make it print it's sunny today. That's my understanding of it, but I might be wrong. Let's run this. Run testing playground. Yes. So I think all that happened is that it just got the syntax a little bit wrong, which is okay by me. I mean, I understand. It's like a computer mistake, I would, if I'm not mistaken. So let's close the project and open this one again, I guess. So here we are. So while TRF is how does it go? While TRF is would it be while TRF is not, and then T, and then like a comma maybe, just kind of guessing, and F, something like that. This not is not meant to be here. While TRF is can you put not after? No. You can imagine what I'm trying to do. I'm almost trying to say while TRF is not equal to is not equal to T and F. Maybe a plus sign. Indent expected. Run the identifier. So, if this works, we'll end the video here, and I'll just upload it to YouTube. Pray. Let's pray. All right, here we go. So, what is your name? My name is Sam. I am 19 years old. I poop. You may have used capital or entered the wrong letter. Please try again. What is your name? Yes, I think it works. So let's just enter the correct details. Now it keeps running it. Maybe this is meant to be or? Can you put or here? Oh no, and. I think that's the problem. Let's try this now. My name is Eek. I am 22. Who? My name is actually Ash, and I'm 23. That is true. Yes, it works. Brilliant. All right, guys. There was one mistake it made, which is not really a mistake. And let's see if it can correct that. Is sunny equal to false? If not sunny, am I correct? That it would technically be sunny. beyond the context of the code that, or am I correct in thinking? Am I correct in thinking that in real life it would technically be sunny? So they'll say, in regard to this code, am I correct in thinking that in real life it would, rather than not sunny? Yes, you're correct. In this code, the variable is sunny is set to false, which means it's not sunny. Okay, no, it actually completely understands. Good ability to apply incontextual, or rather out of context data, well, a good ability to apply data out of context. So ChatGPT actually managed to understand that. That is brilliant. I love that. That is a true demonstration that ChatGPT is actually a rather sophisticated. It's very sophisticated. Okay, well, I'm very happy with this. I have learned some Python today. More Python than I have learned by following one of those super long tutorials. I'm really happy with this code. It's extremely simple, but it loops correctly and it works. And there's not a lot of syntax problems either. So I'm really happy. What's going on here though? It says click or press Alt Enter. Okay, I don't know what this means. Click or press Alt Enter. Add type hints to identify. Specify return. I don't know what that means, but I think it's okay. Well, thank you for watching, guys. I hope this was as fun as it was for you, as fun as it was for me, as it was for you, or vice versa. Stay tuned. I will do this again. We'll just make part 2, and we'll follow along and keep learning Python. I suppose the goal will be, to make a calculator, a fully functional calculator with an interface. So I don't know if Python allows you to create like interfaces. So you might actually have to use Python to not use ChatGPT to not only learn how to use Python, but something like CSS. I don't know what CSS is, by the way. Let's ask Python. Off topic. What programming language stand for? Seems to be programming. I just put forward. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet. It's a style sheet language used for describing the presentation of a document written in a markup language such as HTML. CSS is used to control the visual appearance of web pages and user interfaces. It allows web developers to separate the presentation of a web page from its contents. It allows web developers to separate the presentation of a web page making it easier to maintain and update the design of a website. With CSS, you can define styles for fonts, colors, margins, borders, and many other visual properties. CSS works by associating rules with HTML elements. Each rule specifies style for an element. Okay. It's an important technology for web development and is widely used alongside HTML and JavaScript to create interactive, visually appealing web pages and applications, which is what we're going to go for since we're going to make a calculator. Cool. So yeah, once we have the code for the Python good, maybe we can use CSS to do that. Are you able to? Is it possible to use CSS to create an interface for maybe Python? That can be used to create graphical user interfaces. Ah, interesting. Tkinter, PyQt, and PySide, and among others. These GUI frameworks typically use their own set of tools and widgets for creating user interfaces, and the appearance of these interfaces can be customized using various styling options provided by the framework. In summary, CSS is not used directly for creating interfaces for Python code. There are other tools and libraries in Python that can be used to create graphical user interfaces. Customer side. Okay, good to know. So, what would ChatGPT suggest I use to create a graphical user interface for Python code related to a So what would ChatGPT suggest I use to create a GUI for Python? There are several GUI frameworks available for Python that can be used to create a calculator application with the user graphic. Some popular ones options include Tkinter, is a built-in Python library for GUI applications. It's easy to use and provides a variety of GUI widgets that can be used to create a calculator interface. PyQt is Python binding for Qt GUI framework. It provides a rich set of tools and widgets for creating advanced GUI applications, including calculators. WXPython is a Python binding for WX Toolkit. It provides a native look and feel on various operating systems and has a large library of widgets that can be used to create a calculator interface. And Kivy is an open source Python framework for developing multi-touch applications. Interesting. It supports various input methods, including touch, mouse, and keyboard, making it a good choice for creating a calculator with touch support. Very interesting. All these frameworks have their strengths and weaknesses, and the choice ultimately depends on your specific requirements and preferences. If you are new to GUI programming in Python, I suggest you starting with Tkinter, as it is easy to learn and provides a good foundation for creating GUI applications. Brilliant. Okay, well, ChatGPT, you have been brilliant. And thank you very much for not only teaching Python, but giving GUI looking forward to our next conversation. Right. I'm gonna just delete these. Well, yeah. Thanks guys for watching. We'll catch you in the next episode.